Well, hello, it's urthpainter. I'm going to do a quick video on how I put these LEDs on the bottom of my Inmotion V12. It's probably a video I wouldn't do because I don't think it's a particularly exceptional approach to doing this, but a viewer made a request for how I went about this. So here we go. So here are the things that I used. I'll include some links in the video. Some of these items. So the first and most important thing is the LED itself. And what I'm using is a standard USB powered LED, and then I'm using a external USB battery bank. And pretty sure that almost any battery bank is going to work with these. I have had some battery banks in the past that the LED did not draw enough power from the battery bank to keep it on, to keep it going. But I will include a link to this specific one that I got, which I believe I bought in a pair that were pretty inexpensive, and they work well. So putting the LED on the wheel itself is the easiest part. There's really no modification that I made to the wheel itself, and this LED comes with a sticky back adhesive already on it. Even though that is the case, and it probably would work by itself, I still recommend using some additional contact cement, and I always keep a couple tools with it, nail to open it, and this fine brush to apply it. And I'm not going to open it up in here right now. It's not the friendliest stuff to work with. It definitely has a lot of odor. Best to work with it outdoors or somewhere where there's pretty good ventilation. Might even want to use a paint respirator when using it. It's pretty intense stuff for sure. But what I found is with contact cement, and what is contact cement? The purpose of this is you paint some on one surface, you paint some on another surface, apply, you let it dry, cure, and then you attach those two surfaces together, and then they stick together. I believe after they cure dry, the surface was workable for a long time, like 5 to 12 hours, something like that. And then after you attach it, there's definitely a period in which that adhesion becomes more permanent, probably over the course of 24 hours or something like that. Contact cement's pretty awesome because it maintains a bit of flexibility. It's not, doesn't cure into a rock like epoxy. And it is messy to work with, but you can put it on pretty much any surface, and it really helps to stick things together. In this case, with the sticky back material on the LED, if you paint some contact cement on the area where the LED is going to be placed, it just provides an extra bit of grip when you apply the LED. It makes it stick on there really well. In the case of these LEDs that are actually on the wheel, these are LEDs that I actually recycled. I have these on the Sherman, but I pulled them off. completely removed the adhesive, and then I put contact cement on both sides on the LED and then also on the wheel, and that's actually how I attached these LEDs that are on the wheel. They weren't brand new. Like I said, I actually recycled them. But that's the easy part. The hard part is then, how do you deal with this extra cord, and then how do you power it? And like I said, powering it is the external battery bank, and I have attached an external battery bank to the back of the V12 with some industrial strength velcro, just a little bit on the external battery, a little bit on the wheel, so that the battery bank can be just pulled on and off. To manage the cord, I utilized this tape, and I'll put a link in the description. This tape is pretty interesting stuff. It's like the sticky stuff that when you get a credit card in the mail that's stuck to the paper. It's just basically a pliable, completely all-around sticky material, which you can flex around. But you can use scissors and cut out chunks of it. And so what I did is I cut off 2 chunks of this. I put it on the external battery bank. The battery bank is velcroed to my V12, and then I just simply stuck the cable to that tape on the outside, where it was basically enough managed, and then I had a little bit left to then plug the USB into the battery bank. And yeah, I'll show some quick clips here of exactly how all that looks. So like I said, I just have the industrial Velcro on the back of the wheel, industrial Velcro on the battery bank, tape on the battery bank, the double stick. Then I just took the extra cord coming off the back side. I did use some of that double stick tape to stick it on these spots, and then did a little bit of a wrap around, left enough then to plug into the wheel. So one thing, in the way that I went about this, because the LED is obviously permanent, and then the cord is permanently attached with this tape to the battery bank. The battery bank, even though it's Velcroed on, it basically is just a permanent part of the wheel with this setup. And so in order to recharge the battery bank, I have to plug it in while it's attached to the wheel. Like I said, I can't take it off because the cords are permanently taped to it, and that's how I have it managed. But I'm sure there would be a very easy way to wrap the cords in such a way on the wheel itself that a battery bank could simply be pulled off and then put back on. It would probably actually be a better design. But anyways, with the light on, you can still kind of see how that looks. And then obviously with the lights off, it looks very pretty indeed. So anyways, hopefully that will help somebody out.